新年快乐, Happy New Year. So it's a new year, it's 2021, and it is a new start. So before we begin making New Year's resolutions and all that jazz, first of all, I want to take a moment to reflect back in 2020. So a lot of you guys probably didn't even know that my channel existed until maybe like August or September of 2020, mainly because that was when my channel started picking up traction again. However, for my OG supporters out there, you guys knew me from like 3 years ago when I made Blade and Soul videos, and I kept making Blade and Soul videos until my account got hacked. So for those who don't know, my account got hacked in 2019, the end of it, so December 2019, and I didn't really get my YouTube channel back until early April. So it was a very, very painful time for me, mainly because there was like 3 to 4 months during this time period where I didn't have my main channel, which is why I made a second channel called Keroppi 2. And so I uploaded videos there. I got to around like 2,100, 2,200 subs on that channel. So I was doing pretty well. You know, I did most of the grunt work already, was able to get my channel monetized and all that jazz already. But I had to start over, and that was very, very demoralizing, and it took a lot of hard work. But the thing is, the second channel was actually what saved my sanity, because it kept me busy and it was like a hobby that I can continue to do what I enjoy doing, which is content creation and helping people. And so soon after I got my main channel back, I was still covering Blade and Soul stuff, but the game just wasn't in a very good state, and I wasn't having much fun playing the game anymore. And so I was looking around for new games to move on to, and I stumbled upon PSO2. And so I started playing PSO2. My first video about this game was actually very successful. Had like 2,000 views by the first day, which to me was really, really good at the time. And I was very, very happy for that. However, the follow-up videos that I made based off this game didn't get that warm of a reception. It was kind of like, oh, you're quitting Blade and Soul? Is that the case? Blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I kind of had to make a very painful transition period when I dropped Blade and Soul and moved on to PSO2, because I was not a very smart content creator, unlike my good friends Ekijin and Evil Do Us Harm, where they kind of uploaded simultaneous uploads. So when they did eventually drop Blade and Soul, it was like a seamless transition. They were a lot smarter than me, and so their channels are doing very, very successfully right now. However, I'm not a person that likes to put down other people's successes, so I focused on the positives, which was how do I make my channel even better? And so one thing that I've always been very good at is trying very hard and working very hard. I'm not the smartest person, but I work harder than most people. And that is pretty much my only redeeming factor, and maybe being a little bit entertaining and a little bit charismatic has also brought me a long, long way. So I was like, all right, let's look at PSO2 content creators. And I was like, wow, this guy's really knowledgeable. Wow, this guy's really good. Wow, this guy uploads daily, so forth and so on. And I was like, all right, where do I fit in? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play the game, enjoy the game for what it is, and just share what I learn. And that's pretty much my mindset when I went into PSO2. Like, I've never played any of the Phantasy Star franchise before, and Phantasy Star Online 2 was my very first Phantasy Star that I've ever played. It was actually my very first MMO that I've ever played, made by a Japanese publisher. All of the MMOs that I used to play were all South Korean developers. So I was used to super grindy games with insane RNG, with ultra fails and all of that, right? It was just a huge grind to get anything done, because that's kind of the business model for a lot of Korean developers. And so coming over to PSO2 was a huge breath of fresh air for me, because I was like, wait a second, I can be fully free to play and still look fabulous and get cosmetic items and make my room and design everything like super duper nice, and I don't need to spend a single dollar. That's super duper amazing for me. Now, does that mean that this game is perfect? Of course not. There's no MMO out there that is absolutely perfect. However, PSO2 is a game that I personally really gravitate towards, mainly because I really love anime, I like VTubers, I like fashion, and I just like the gameplay and the grind and the game model that they decided to go with. So PSO2 is one of those games where you don't need to devote thousands and thousands of hours to get anywhere in this game. You can literally come into the game, play 2 hours, log out, come back next week, play another 2 hours, and for the majority of the time you'll be fine because there are so many events going on that help you catch up very quickly. And even if there's no events going on, there's always inbuilt systems that'll help you catch up relatively quickly. Because the beauty about this game is it's not about your gear. Like, to a certain extent, of course, you need some level of gear, but this game really tries to emphasize the value of working together with your teammates and taking down greater enemies together. So even though I have friends that have just started PSO2, they're super undergeared, they don't know what they're doing, it still gives me a ton of incentive to help them out. And that's what I love about this game. It gives you so much incentive to help people to work together as well as to just work as a community in general. Now, I do understand that a lot of players who play on the global server do not share this mentality. There's a lot of players that, prefer to do everything solo. They don't like to work with other people. They don't like to do party stuff because when they did it that one time, they had a really bad experience and they don't want to do it ever again because of that bad experience. And so I totally understand that, and it is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. All I can do is highly encourage players to seek out an alliance or a group of friends to play together, because this game is a lot of fun with friends. If you're playing this game alone all the time, it gets kind of boring, kind of quick. And if you're trying to farm for specific items, it also gets very, very monotonous, which kind of sucks, but that's just kind of how the game is designed. So we just gotta accept it and move on. So what else did I achieve in 2020? We hit 20,000 subscribers. That is a huge deal for me. So we are moving on. We are almost at 22,000 subscribers. And my next goal is gonna be 50,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping by the end of 2021 that I will get to 50,000 subscribers. That's actually a very tall order. I'm essentially trying to double plus a little bit more the growth of my channel. So that's a lot, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to achieve it by the end of 2021. Again, I will continue to cover PSO2 on this channel, but I do have a second channel, everyone. For those who don't know, my second channel is Keroppi 2. It will be in the description below. If you guys could subscribe to that, I would highly appreciate it, as Shiva would over here as well. But basically, starting from tomorrow, I will start with maybe 3 videos a week on the second channel. They're mainly going to be mobile games that I play. Like, I've been playing a lot of Princess Connect. I'm really enjoying that game. I do play a little bit of Ark Knights. I play a lot of AFK Arena. So I think I'm going to be putting content on those games onto the second channel. I'll probably throw in Genshin Impact there as well. And other than mobile games, I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of like this type of real talk with you guys, because I feel like the main channel is just mainly focused on PSO2, and that seems to work. That's a recipe for success. So I'm going to continue to do that, especially with New Genesis coming around the corner. I have a feeling that this channel is really going to explode, and so I'm banking on that. And that's why I'm working super duper hard, and I'm going to continue to work super duper hard in order to maintain this daily upload schedule, in order to maintain the high quality content that I can pump out onto this channel. So again, for all those who have subscribed, thank you for your support. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Just giving you guys a short update on what my channel achieved in 2020 and what I strive to achieve in 2021. Let me know what your New Year's resolution is in the comment section below. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the rest.